Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's another amazing day to be great. In this video, I got a banger for you guys. You know I always got a banger for you guys. Even if you wondering, you questioning yourself, does Kino have another banger? Yes, I do. I do. In this video, I got a back testing session for you guys. Listen, I've done so well this month. Over 2.5K made this month in the markets. And I just want to share with you guys how I did it. And the best way to show you guys is by back testing and showing you guys the results, showing you guys the process, showing you guys how I do it from top to bottom. Listen, I give you guys sauce in every video, bro. I don't hold nothing back. I just want to see you be amazing in 2025. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much? If you don't want to be amazing, and if I am doing too much, just let me know in the comments. Just be like, yo, Kino, you're doing too much. I don't want to be amazing. I don't want to be great like you. I want to be like somebody else. Just leave me alone. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna stop posting these videos. Psych. Anyway, let's get into the video, man. Let's go. Let's get into the video, y'all. First things first. Listen, I gotta show you guys the proof. I gotta show you guys what this month looked like for me. There's no cap in my rap ever. Maybe sometimes. Maybe sometimes. Anyway, this is the month, man. Look at the stats. 2.58K made this month. I got a payout that I'm making at the end. Maybe I just make the payout right here with you guys. Right here, right now. I don't know. We don't know. Wherever this video goes, it goes, man. I just appreciate this, man. Last month, I took L's every single week. I had a losing streak for the whole month of November. Now things have turned around for me, Playboy. Come on, give me a round of applause for that. Round of applause for hard work. Round of applause for dedication. Round of applause for never giving up. Come on now. Come on now. Let's get right into the video, man. Listen. The week that I'm gonna backtest for you guys is from the 16th to the 20th. So I remember this day on the 20th. This day I could have ended the week with just a negative. Well, I could have lost on this day like negative $250, but I took an extra trade that I shouldn't have. Luckily, I journaled it all, so I'm fine. I'm confident in what I'm supposed to do. But you can see, listen, there's no cap in my rap. Let's go to TradingView and let's just backtest this, man. So we said from the 16th to the 20th, right? Let's jump up to the 1 hour time frame as we always do. That's the time frame we start at. So from the 16th to the 20th, right? Boom. Let's do the bar replay tool. Boom. Boom. Scoom. Now let's get it. So what do we do every time we come on? What do I do? What do I do every time I come on the charts? I want to identify structure. What is the market doing? Higher time frame structure on 1 hour time frame structure. We know that price is on a downtrend. What is a downtrend? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, boom, lower highs, boom, lower lows, boom, lower highs, boom, lower lows, boom, lower highs, boom, lower lows. Come on. I'm singing the tune to you guys. Listen, you get the picture. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So we are in a massive downtrend at this particular moment. So what am I going to do? I'm identifying my areas of interest, right? If you don't know how to identify areas of interest, I just told you. It's basically the structure. It's the higher highs, higher lows, lower highs. Structure, right? And for me, how do I identify my areas of interest? I really just capture from the top of the wick, the highest wick from the higher high or higher low, from the top of the wick to the base of the candle. So let me just draw that out for you, so maybe I can make sense when you see what I'm talking about. So boom, we have this structure right here. This is my area of interest. This box, we're gonna make it orange. We're gonna make it purple. This is gonna signify my 1 hour area of interest. You see, from the base of the candle to the top of the wick. Why from the base of the candle to the top of the wick? What it signifies is price shot all the way up here. When it got here, who was here? Who was at the top of this wick? Sellers. How do we know sellers were here? Because when price got up here, it shot all the way down and created a new lower low. It created a new structure point. So that means that the sellers up here didn't want price to go any higher. So they took it lower. The sellers took over the markets. You could see the buyers try to win. They try to win. Sellers said, nah, boy, get your butt down there. You feel me? Simple enough, right? Hopefully my analogies make sense to you. So we're going to draw out the rest of the areas of interest for you guys. Let's do it, very little quick like. We're not going to get too much in detail. But I'm going to do it so many times in this video. You should catch the gist of it eventually, right? So boom. We have my 1 hour areas of interest. I don't really see anything else on the 1 hour, but we're going to do the same exact concept on the 15-minute time frame. Boom. Let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame. We're going to do the same exact thing. Like, let me just draw it out for you. I'm only going to do it this one day. And then for the rest of the backtesting session, no more days. Just rewind it to watch this one time. And then just keep following along. Right? So we got from structure to structure, we got this high. Then we created a what? A low. Then we created a what? A high. Then we created a what? A low. Then we created a what? A high. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope you understand. Then we created a low. Then we created a what? A high. Then we created a what? A low. You see structure? You see it now? Is it clear? Yeah, I know, right? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's right in front of your face. It's like a monster. Anyway, let's draw up my areas of interest on the 15-minute time frame. Right? Boom. We have this. 15-minute time frames, I like to make them orange. It's because I want to know the difference in the time frames that I'm on. You understand? Because they hold different weights. The 1 hour holds a higher weight than the 15-minute time frame because it's a bigger data set. It's the 1 hour candle, so it's a longer time frame to be at an area. So it just makes more sense that it holds higher weight than the 15-minute time frame. So I want to know the difference, right? I see only this area. I'm not gonna mark this up. Why? Because it's right there at that other 1 hour area of interest. Is already covered. Down here, we can see from this area of interest, right? From this area of interest, this 1 hour area of interest, what we got? High, low, high. Well, this isn't high. This is the high, low. So I'm just gonna draw this low right down here. I only like to mark up real significant structure points, not like every structure point, just real significance when it actually creates a higher high or a higher low or a lower high or a lower low. Real signature, not just everything in between. Right, let's drop down to the 1 minute time frame now. Let's see what trade did we catch. I won't even review my journal yet. My journal's right there. It's in the cut, it's in the tuck. Right, once I see the trade I took, then we just go back to the journal and be like, oh, this is the trade I took. So let's fast forward the clips till 9:30. So before we even go any further, this is the analogy I've used in many videos already. I think I'm breaking this analogy like a broken record, but I have to drill it inside your head so you get it. When you're looking for professional fighters to fight, where do you go to find them fighting? You want to, let's flip it. If you want to watch it on TV, are you going to turn on Cartoon Network to watch a professional boxing match? No, it's not on Cartoon Network. Are you going to turn on Disney Channel to watch a professional UFC fight? No, it's not that. You're going to pay for pay-per-view. You're going to wait. You're going to tune into pay-per-view and then put your bets on who you think you're going to win. That's how you tune into the fight. You're going to put your bets on pay-per-view or whatever the channel is at. I don't know, Sports Center. I'm not sure. Probably I messed up the analogy. But the point is you want to tune in to where the fighters are going to be located. Where can you watch the fighters fight? It's most likely not on Disney Channel. It's most likely not on Cartoon Network. It's most likely not anywhere else besides these platforms that hone these type of shows. Follow me. Now, these areas of interest serves as a platform for the fighters to fight. I know the professionals fight in these areas of interest. So these orange and purple boxes on the screen are these areas of interest where the professional fight at. It's the arenas, it's the pay-per-views, it's the club fights, it's the nightclubs, the places that we know professionals go to fight. This is where they're located. So we don't want to trade in any other area other than these colored boxes. We only wait for price to get to these areas before we take a trade, right? Boom. And the next thing is, if the fight starts at 9:30, are you going to be betting before 9:30? Are you going to be betting at 8:30 on who's going to win? No, you're going to wait for the fight to start, right? Here's why you're going to wait for the fight to start. Because you'll probably see who's winning, and then you could bet on who's already winning to continue to win. I digress. Let's continue. Right, now we're on a 1 minute time frame. Let's fast forward to 9:30. I don't trade in any time before 9:30. Why? Because that's when the fighters fight. So I only want to trade when the fighters fight. That's it. So 9:30, right? What do we see? What do we see at 9:30, right? At 9:30, we see this big bearish candle drop down into the area of interest. So now it's 9:30. Anything after 9:30, it's fair game. Let's fight. Let's bet on the fighters. Boom. The next candle, right? What am I looking for? What am I looking for to start to jump in to bet? I'm looking for a candle to close above the last bearish candle within that area of interest, right? That's going to show me that who's taking over the fight, right? At this point, I'm going to show you guys. At this point, right, if we get this candle to close above, I know the buyers have taken over. Why? Because 1, we hit that area of interest. 2, it's at 9:30 where the fight starts. So 3, now I can put my money up. So I'm waiting for the close, the retest, take off. Hey, it could all be so simple. Just follow me. Follow me. So boom. That candle didn't close above. We had another drop. All right, cool. We cool. We just keeping it cool. Next candle. Okay, nothing yet. Next candle. Okay, nothing yet. Next candle. Ooh, that was close. Next candle. Did we get it? No, that's tough. Come on. Where's the next candle? When is it going to happen? Oh, hold up. That's it right there. We finally got the close above this last bearish candle. So now from this point, I'm waiting for the retest of the area that shows me that the buyers have now taken over. I'm in. Stop loss below the last bearish candle. So boom, stop loss down here. Entry here. TP up here. Simple. It could all be so simple. Now let's see. Let's fast forward the clips. Did we get in? We got tapped in. TP1 hit. So boom, we got tapped back in at 9:49. TP1 hit at 10:03. So that's roughly like 13 minutes, 12 minutes, 14 minutes, right? Okay, cool. 15 minutes or less. Still a good time to, being in a trade, right? Imagine you risked $100 to make $100 within 15 minutes. You're already up. You're already up 1-1. Now stops move to break even. My stops is at break even. I'm letting this puppy ride. Let's see how far it goes. I don't know how far it's gonna go, but let's see. Right? What happens? Ooh, we got stopped out at break even. That's tough. That breaks my heart. It does. It breaks my heart. But you know what I noticed? The trade up here, it went into that other area of interest, which is very key. It's very crucial to identify too. I only like to take trades that I know that Before that next area of interest, like you could see from down here, this area of interest to this area of interest has a good enough risk to reward for me. As you can see, the risk to reward between these two areas of interest is only a 1-to-1, 1 to 1.5 max, right? We could have got TP1, we could have got TP2, but it's all the way deep into that next area of interest. And who's up here? We know the sellers are here, right? The sellers up here. So at this point, I already know. When I get back up into this area of interest, we're going to have a fight. There's another fight waiting for me up here. So is it worth even taking this trade, or is it worth holding past 1-to-1? That's up to you. I don't think so, but it's up to you. It'll only be worth it if like the next area of interest is above TP2. That's worth it for me. But nonetheless, we still see the trade. The trade idea is still there, right? But now let me show you what the other side to this, right? Say this one hit break even. Cool. Let's back test. Let's bar replay tool. We see this. This is the last bullish candle, right? Next candle. This is the last bullish candle up top in this 15-minute area of interest, right? But now we want to see the same thing that we just seen down here happen up here. We want to see a close below the last bullish engulfing candle, retest, take off. Look, I'm gonna show you. Boom. Did we get it close? We got the close. We got the retest. Now what? Look, take off. You see that? Now let's review my journal. Let's see what trade did I catch. Did I catch the buys or did I catch the sells? Let's see what made me money on this day. So let's see what trade I took. So it looks like I took a sell trade from here, and then I caught the next sell trade later on in the game. The same sell trade that I told you about right here is the same sell trade I took right here. So I took 1 L and 1 win. So the first L was, an L. Then the next one was a TP2, which recouped all of the losses and plus. So the reason why I walked away with probably just $135 is because the first trade took like half of what that first trade is. It could have been like a $250 trade or more, but the first trade lost and the second trade got TP2. So we walked away with some profit at the end of the day. It is what it is. Let's fast forward to the next day. And you see why it's so important to journal? Because I just reviewed it. Look, I just showed you guys. The same thing I do in the back testing session is the same thing I do on the charts. And I just told you I wouldn't have taken this trade down here. Why? Because the risk reward was terrible. I would have took the trade up here. But what I did identify was I identified an area of interest in between this, which wasn't actually an area of interest. Something that I can learn from because I'm doing it with you guys. I'm already doing the back testing session. I'm just showing you guys. So we're learning together. I hope this helps you guys. Anyway, let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. We're going to fast forward to the next day, which is the Tuesday. Oh, look at that gap. I remember this gap. 3, 4, 5. Yep, I remember this gap. All of the areas of interest besides the ones on the 15-minute time frame is pretty much valid. I'm going to leave all of them. Like these 3 1 hour areas of interest is all valid besides the 15-minute ones. So let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame and draw up areas of interest. I see an area of interest right here. Again, if you don't understand how I draw areas of interest by the time you hit this point of the video, please rewind and look at what I showed you guys in the beginning of the backtesting session. I see, you can see structure, boom. We had these highs before the last drop, before the last push. We could draw this area of interest right here. So boom, it's the only 2 areas of interest that I see, right? Let's drop down to the 1 minute time frame. Fast forward to 9:30. As usual. Why? Because 9:30 is when the fight starts, right? I don't want to take a trade before 9:30. Why? Because the fight didn't start yet. I'm waiting for the fight to start. Simple enough, right? Simple enough. 930. Ooh, that's the 930 candle right there. 931, 932, 33, 34. Ooh, we just stepped right back into this area of interest. If you look to the left, now let's look to the left just a little bit. Boom, when it came here, it pushed up. Came here, it pushed up. When it finally broke below, guess what? It started used as, so the support turned to resistance. I trade support and resistance, supply and demand. Areas of interest, they're all the same thing, right? But you can see it. Support, turn to resistance. I'm expecting the same thing here when price gets to here. How am I going to get into the trade? When price closes below the last bullish candle. Like this. This is an aggressive trade. You could take it at the wick, right? That's a more conservative trade, but it's up to you, right? It's just about your risk management, really. Okay, we had another bullish candle, so we'll take it there. Let's see. Do we have another one? Nope. That one closed? Nope. That was so close. Ooh, almost. That's the one. But look at that. Jeez, it ripped. It ripped lower. Ripped. So my stop loss will be up at the top of the wick. Entry when it comes back. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for price to come back up here, tap me in, take down. But you can see the risk to reward on this one because the next area of interest is past TP3. So this is worth the trade because you have the risk to reward between zone to zone. So it makes sense to take this trade because you have the risk that you could take. You have the risk to reward that you could take. So I'm going to wait for this trade to come back and tap your boy in. Right? Ooh, TP4 hit. Ooh, TP5. Ooh, is it ever going to come back? I don't know if this one's coming back. Ooh, damn, that's tough. That is tough. It just came back. You can see it slightly tapped me in and then already dropped. Within 1 minute it tapped me in. Let me zoom in for you guys. Maybe you think I'm a fraud. I'm not. Look at how he tapped it so perfectly. Boom, tap me in. 1 minute, 2 minutes. This is a 2-minute TP2 play. Let's see. 2-minute TP2 play. Come on now. Let's see what trade I took. Since if you don't believe me, let's go back to my journal of the trades I actually took live and let's see if they match up. Maybe you think I'm a fraud. Who knows? Let's go see. Boom. Let's review the trades. What's the trade? Oh, so I took the buys from the structure low. Okay. Took the buys from the structure low. That's the trade I took. I didn't take those sells. I took buys. So it looks like I took buys from down here. So when price came back down here, which is why I didn't cover, right? There's different. It's just zone to zone. Really, that's the play. You draw out your areas of interest and you play the game from zone to zone. We're not in this trade. We're not trading for a long time. We're trading for a good time. So TP happens within minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So we're only playing from zone to zone. You don't marry a bias. Don't be like, oh, I see sells. I'm only looking for sells. No. Oh, I see buys. I'm only looking for buys. No, don't marry a bias because we're trading short term. We're trading scalps. 5, 10, 20 minutes max. Even if it gets 20 minutes, that's crazy. We don't even take that long most times. Look, this is the trade I took. Bar replay tool. Boom. What's the last bearish engulfing? What's the last bearish candle? This is the last bearish candle, right? We came out. Oh, this is bullish. This is the last bullish candle, right? It closed above this. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? The retest. We're waiting for the retest to take it above. Zone to zone. Really, baby. That's all it is. Zone to zone. It's simple. I'm telling you, it's simple. Boom. We got tapped in. So what time did we get tapped in? 9:44. 9:45. 9:46. That's 2 minutes. 9:47. 9:48. That's 4 minutes. 9:49. 9:50. TP1. How much is that? 6 minutes? TP1. If you risked 100, you will be making 100 already by TP1. That's break even. How is that break even? That's crazy. Maybe I didn't put my stop loss to break even because it was pretty tight. You can see it's a pretty tight entry. So I don't think I put my stop loss to break even yet. Oh, I remember this trade. It was so close to break even. It was so close. So you could see right now, it was so close. You could see how that wick was so close to break even. It didn't break even. It wasn't at TP yet. It wasn't at TP1. Do you see how close that is to hitting my TP1? It didn't hit. I remember this one because it was so close, and I moved my stop loss up, which I know I shouldn't have. Ugh, what a retarded move. Look, I remember I said it to myself. I trailed my stops way too early and didn't even make structure. Didn't hit TP1. I could have been up 600, but this, yeah, let's just go back out. This B stopped me out, right? Look at that. Listen, I actually don't remember what I did. This is me reviewing my journal in front of you guys, live on YouTube. You can judge me. You can tell me whatever you want to. It also looks like I didn't journal the trade that actually made me this. But I think the second trade idea that I told you guys that, I took from that area of interest up here, that's the one I took. That's the one I took for sure. This the one that came up here. The one from here, drop down, that's the one I took. It's cool though, It is what it is. I didn't journal well that day. I don't know why I didn't journal well. Sometimes when you take a win, it's hard to journal because it's like, what do you journal? Right? I took a win. Cool. Anyway, just learn from my mistakes. Journal everything, because when you want to review your journal, it's hard to review your journals if you don't know your exact trade that you took. Right? I know the results, but I don't know the exact trade that I took. But either way, I just showed you how to take this trade from up here, this zone, and from down here, this zone. Listen, that's sauce in itself. That's sauce in itself. If anything you learn from this, structure to structure, zone to zone, we're in this for a good time, not a long time, baby. 5 to 10 minutes, 10 to 20, max. All right, let's go fast forward. I didn't trade on that Wednesday. That Wednesday was Christmas. Right, you could see. No, what was that Wednesday? What was on that Wednesday? Something happened on that Wednesday why I didn't trade. It must have been some big news event because I traded Wednesdays too. The 18th. Oh, FOMC meeting. That's the one. Yeah, I stay away from that, John. I don't touch FOMC meeting. I don't like trading FOMC days because, from my experience, the day is pretty much trash until FOMC comes out. So let's just fast forward past Wednesday. Let's get rid of all the drawings too. Just fast forward past Wednesday. You see that? You see how trash the day was? Look how trash the day was in comparison to FOMC. Oh, yo, pause. I gotta stop drawing that, bro. What the heck? I'm just trying to show y'all what's going on. It just looks a little nutty. No diddy. Anyway, let's fast forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So from this big drop, man, from FOMC, listen, it was hard to draw structure. So what I had to do was go all the way to the left. Bro, stop. Go all the way to the left to find structure so I can draw, right? So where did I find structure? I found structure right here. So let me just draw 2 lines so I can just draw it easier. 2 lines, that's structure point right there. I've seen structure right here. Okay, that's probably the only 2 structure points I'm going to draw up. But this is the 1 hour time frame. And then we're going to put a box around it. I don't feel like dragging it the whole way through. So we're just going to do it the way I just did. Make these little 1 hour areas of interest that I seen from all the way to the left, right? I had to go all the way over weeks of data to find structure points, right? But this is the structure point I came up with. Now let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame, right? Let's see what the 15-minute time frame structure looks like. On the 15-minute time frame, we do have a little bit more information to deal with, right? We have this low right here. I'm gonna make this orange. We got another one right here. We got another one right here. We got another one right here. And another one right there. That's about structure. I seen all those errors on the 15-minute time frame. Let's drop down to the 1-minute time frame, and let's fast forward the clips to when this fight starts. Right? When does the fight start? 9:30. That's when the opening bell hits. That's when the fighters are fighting. So I'm not gonna take a trade before 9:30. I used to take trades before 9:30. Don't get me wrong. You still can take trades. It's just not something that I want to promote. If you want to trade the exact way I trade after 9:30. But if you want to do your own thing, put a spin on it, do your thing. Right. So this is the 9:31 candle. So 9:30 candle, 9:31. Boom. Now what are we looking for? We know that at this price up here, the last time it came here, it probably pushed up. So now it's being used as resistance, right? So what are we looking for? We're looking for sales up here. When price got here, I'm looking for sales now. Let's see. Let's see if the next candle closes below. It doesn't. We made another push up. Another push up. Ooh, that's it. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. So stop loss above the high. Candle comes back. Next candle comes back and retest. And by the way, you have to be really fast. But you could do this almost any time frame. But if you want to do it on a 1 minute, you have to be really fast. So boom, identify it, retest, take it down. You can see from zone to zone, look how much TP10 can get hit before we even, we have to worry about the next zone. So this is a really good risk reward trade that you could take. And you could see possibly, I don't know how far this one goes, but we'll see. Ooh, that dropped. Ooh, that dropped already hit TP2. We missed it. Let's see, did we miss it? The turn back. Oh, tapped us in. What time did it tap us in? 9:43. 9:43. And then guess what? In the same minute, it hit TP1. Stops the break even. What a clean trade, man. What a clean 1 minute TP1 stops the break even in 1 minute. That's a good deal, right? Let's see. 2 minutes TP2. That's a great deal, don't you think? Wouldn't you say that most of the trades that I showed you guys has been quick enough? If you don't have a lot of time to be around the charts, if you only got from 9 to 10:30, which is an hour and a half, that's a good deal, right? TP2 hit in 2 minutes. Let's see. TP3 in 3 minutes. Wow. That's not nuts. Wow. Let's see how far this John goes. Oh, I remember the day. This John went stupid far. Look before you even hit the next zone, before you even have to worry. TP5 already hit. TP6, 7, 8. Oh, God. Look at that. Gross. Ew. I rest my case. Do you see what's going on here, y'all? Do you see what's going on here? You see? Before you even have to worry about the next area of interest, you have already TP5 that you could have caught. You following me? I hope you following me. Let's fast forward to Friday. I did take a losing day on that Friday. I remember how I lost on that day. You always remember the losses, not really the wins. But the wins don't feel as good as the losses, so that's why. Or they don't feel as bad as the losses, or they don't invoke as much emotional whatever from you as much as the losses do. So let's fast forward to Friday. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get rid of all these drawings so we could just clean up the board. Let's just clean it up, man. Clean it up. We want to use our eyes to redraw all of this. You want to train your eyes to see structure. You want to train your eyes to see the market patterns. You don't want to just keep things on your charts, because then you get lazy. You just depend on what's already there. And sometimes you get lost in the sauce because you have too much things on the chart. Sometimes you just clean it up. Get rid of all of it. Start over. get your eyes refreshed, you know? Keep that muscle memory. So boom. I see some highs right here for the 1 hour time frame. Let's make this purple as usual. We got another high right here before we create a low. And then we got a low down here. Well, this is not really a structure area because it didn't create another low. But let's see. Let's look left. Do we see something left of this? We do. We see some structure left of it. So I'm going to take this structure from over here instead of using that one because it's not technically structure. Why? Because it didn't create a lower low after that lower high was created. So I'm going to use this structure instead of this structure. So let's get rid of that. So this is all I see on the 1 hour time frame, right? Now let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. Let's see, what do we see? Structure from zone to zone. I don't see much structure here, if I'm just being honest. I don't see much 15 minute. I see one right here. Let me just use the line. I see this right here. 15-minute structure. I don't see much else. I see this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't see really much else. Let's just drop down to the 1 minute. I know I took a loss on this day, so yeah, let's get it over with. Let's get it over. So, what was I looking for? I don't know. I don't remember. BTW, did I go over the last trade setup? I did. See, look. Remember that trade I told you I took? The one we just covered. Look, I did it in real life. This is my live trade. This is the same trade I took last week that made me $306. You feel me? I did this live in the live market. Look, it's the same exact setup. I didn't change nothing. Listen, there's no cap in my rap. And I journaled it well. One of the days I do journal well. So I journal well most days. It's just not every day. Feel me? Not every day. Anyway. Let's fast forward the clips a little bit. Let's go to 9:30. Let's see what we see. 9:30, 9:30, 9:30. Come on, give me that 9:30 candle. Is that it? 9:30 candle. Okay. That 9:30 candle wasn't bearish though. But we hit in that area of interest. You can see it's holding, still holding. What would I be looking for at this area of interest? It's not, this structure right here is not fully bearish. I think I'll keep waiting. I don't know. Oh, that's a nice push. It's a nice push. For some reason, I'm looking at this as a structure moved down. This even came lower. I'll be open to taking buys if it was here, but looking back, I know I didn't take this trade because I took an L. So I know I didn't take this setup. I would have took buys here. So looking at it, I could have potentially took buys here, but it didn't even come back and wick me in. Or I could have took buys here. This is where it would have came back and wick me in. This is all hypothetical. I didn't do this in real life. Right? I'm going to show you. Well, I don't even know what I took. Where did I find the loss? Because now that I'm looking at this could have been a W. But I didn't take this trade. This could have been a W. So where did I go wrong here? I don't know. I don't know where I went wrong. All right, so let's take that off. I can see sells now that we hit that area of interest. I can see sells from here. Hold on. Yep, I can see sells from here. I can see this. Oh, yeah, I remember. I know I went wrong. I was fighting the trend, trying to catch sells at the areas of interest, but price just kept bulling, man, the whole day. And I just kept trying to fight the trend, but it was gone already. It was gone. So boom, we finally got the trade to close below 943. We're looking for the retest. We got the retest at 945. TP1 hit. I move my stops to break even, and then it comes back and stop me out. I remember this. And then what I noticed is it stayed at the same area. I'm like, it's coming. It's not breaking. That same area that held up it hit stopped me out. But it was still here for like the last. You could see when it came back, it stopped, put me break even. It was 9.53. I think I took this trade again at like 10:03 or something. Like I'm like, it's been here for like the last 10 minutes. Let's retry this same entry. Retried it. Almost hit me TP1. Almost came and stopped me out. I was like, all right, cool. We'll take that. So one break even, one stop out. We still have one more in me, right? I think so. I could have just stopped right there. I could have been like, all right, 2 trades. Let me walk away. I was a little bit stubborn. I just felt like it's supposed to drop, right? I felt like I was right. Like I felt like I needed to be right this day. I'm human. You know, we all make mistakes. But the only thing is I journal. I know what I did wrong. I can go back right now and tell you what I did wrong because I know it's in my journal. Look at this. I journaled nothing. Oh, that's disgusting. Isn't that embarrassing? Embarrassing. I didn't journal. I probably was tight this day. I was probably tight this day. Yeah. I know what trade I took after this though. Yep. I took this trade right here. And it did the same thing. So I remember this. I remember this so clearly because I remember I was tight. Because I really wanted it to work. I was tight. Yeah. I remember. And I was up on I just finally got up on my funded account too. I think I was up like $500 or something like $500, $600. And if that trade would have worked out, I probably would have had finished the week like up 1K plus. And I was like, yes, let's do it. Ended off the week break even. Totally fine. Yeah, this is the trade. Waited for the retest. Got the retest. And then look. Stopped me out. I remember this trade. It's vivid. It's vivid in my memory. I need to lock this in, put this in my journal. But you can see, I do make mistakes too. I review my journal. Some days I journal well. Some days I don't journal well. Some days I don't journal at all. Hey, it's part of the game. But nonetheless, I'm learning, you're learning, we're learning together. That's the whole thing. And I'm not hiding nothing. You see, I just did it in front of you guys. Embarrassing moment. I just was talking my ish. And I just got embarrassed because I didn't journal actually. So, you know, I don't need a cap. I don't mind being embarrassed either. I'm humble. Like, we do this every day. So, salute. I still had a stupid amazing month. Up over 2,000 plus. For the month, 2.5K plus for the month. Requesting a payout tomorrow, today. I don't know. I should have did on this call, but on this video. But I'm gonna do it on another video. But that's my video, y'all. Till next time. Peace out. Let's go.